Okay, so I wanted to take a minute. There was a lot of confusion on yesterday's assignment, both with remote and traditional here at school. So I wanted to take a second just to do a really quick overview, again, of how we're filling out this Connect 10. I didn't get to make a video about the topic. I wanted to see how you would handle filling it out with the intro video of how to fill out the Connect 10 without a short overview of the material. And that did not work. We're not ready for that yet. So let's take a quick look at this. Strategy aside, we're going to ignore that for a moment. The content that we're talking about is the process of impeachment and how impeachment is an example of the separation of powers, and it is an example of checks and balances. Now, Article 1 of the Constitution covers the legislative branch. In Section 2, you'll see this statement right here. The House of Representatives shall choose their Speaker, other officers, and shall have the sole power of impeachment. What this means is that the House of Representatives is the only house, they are the only group that can initiate the impeachment. Now, an impeachment does not mean that you are kicked out of office. An impeachment is that charges have been filed. The House is the one who files the charges. In Section 3, the Senate shall have the sole power to try all impeachments. What this means is, in essence, the Senate acts as the jury. When sitting for that purpose, they shall be on oath or affirmation. They take a special oath to be the jury in a impeachment case. When the President of the United States is tried, the Chief Justice shall preside. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court acts as the judge. This does not mean that he makes the decision. No different than a regular court case. In a regular court case, you have like the district attorney and the detectives. They try to make a case against somebody. They file charges. That would be the House of Representatives. They take that and present their case to the jury and try to convince the jury of guilt. The jury is the Senate. Then the judge makes sure that everything follows a certain procedure and everything goes like it is supposed to. That person would be the Chief Justice. And no person shall be convicted without the concurrence of 2/3 of the members present. 2/3 has to vote guilty. Article 2 talks about the executive branch. The executive branch is the president. Now, this is a complicated paragraph, but I'm going to break it down. From here to here. He shall have power, by and with the advice and consent of the Senate, to make treaties, provided 2/3 of the senators present concur. What that means is the president can make treaties as long as the Senate votes with 2/3 and says that it's okay. He shall nominate, and by and with the advice and consent of the Senate, shall appoint ambassadors, other public consuls, judges of the Supreme Court, and all other officers of the United States whose appointments are not herein otherwise provided for, and which shall be established by law. That's a lot of complicated wording to say that the president can nominate ambassadors, judges to the Supreme Court, other officers of the United States, including any that aren't specifically mentioned in the Constitution. And they just started playing music over the intercom, so that's what that is. But Congress has to approve these appointments. But the Congress may by law vest the appointment of such inferior offices as they think proper, and the president alone and the courts of the law are heads of the department. If it's a lower office, Congress doesn't have to vote to approve. They can vest those people and, okay, we trust that you're going to make the right appointments. Section 4. The President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. Now, treason, turning your back on your country, selling secrets, betraying your country, bribery, giving money, something of value, influence, something to try to get something in return that is going to be beneficial for you. But high crimes and misdemeanors, this is vague. And when it says high crimes and misdemeanors, Congress kind of gets to decide what that means. If it isn't treason or bribery, Congress can decide if they want to include it in high crimes or misdemeanors. It's kind of a catch-all, if you will. All right. So now we know the material of the text. So let's take a look at the Connect 10 strategy. Now, I'm going to try to zoom in just a little bit. There we go. Maybe a little more. Okay. On the Connect 10, you got 5 things here. What you're doing is you're trying to identify the relationship between each of these things. So, for example, if you could make a horizontal connection, it's 1 point, vertical 2, diagonal 3. We're trying to make 10 points. So, let's look at one. Let's do United States Senate and Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. Now, if we can make this connection, because it is a vertical connection, this would be worth 2 points. So, Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. What did we say his role was? All we're talking about is impeachment. So, we said that he presides over the impeachment trial. And we said that the U.S. Senate acts as the jury. They try the impeachment trial. So their connection is that the Chief Justice presides over the impeachment trial, which is tried by the U.S. Senate. Now, we said that was a vertical connection. So you would come down here to the 3rd page. You would type that into the box that you have for vertical. Now, like I said, you only have to come up with 10 points. So you could do 2 diagonal and 2 vertical, because that would be 2, 4, 7, 10. Or you could do, 3 diagonal and a horizontal, because that would be 3, 6, 9, 10. Now, if you want to just completely fill this, please go right ahead. There is a connection for every single one of the ones listed on that Connect 10. You could do it, but you don't have to. The goal is to make 10 points. Make these complete sentences, and if you have any questions, write me back. Again, like I said, this was a trial and error to see if you were ready to step out and try this one on your own, and we're not there yet, so we just dial it back a little bit, and we'll be fine. Now, next week is the end of the 9 weeks. We are going to review for a test next week, and I will send that out. But I'm going to try to give y'all some time to work on some makeup work if you owe it to me. I'm not going to start introducing extra things in there. Now, Friday, I might throw out just a small introduction of what we're going to do on the next 9 weeks. But take this time to catch up on any work that you owe for me, any work that you owe for any other teachers. Now, I'm not going to leave this 9 weeks open for late submissions after it's over, because I'm going to put grades in, and that'll be that. I will lock those assignments and just move them out of the way. So, if you have any questions, write me on Schoology. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. There was an issue with Schoology yesterday, so some stuff got messed up. But hopefully, if I sent you a message back, that you got it. But like I said, if you've got any questions, write me. I think you'll be okay now. Have a good day.